this. These are my confessions. Just when I thought
Difference or neglect. An increasing number of youngsters are unsupervised during out-of-school hours. Now, some of the things that they suggest, I don't necessarily agree with, but again, we're not talking about their suggestions just yet. I want to read some of the other little headlines because it just continues to get deeper on that front. Let me go back to some comments that were made publicly on this article that I read from the CDC. I mean, and these, this little group of people was 5 comments, and they must have all been buddies because they was all on the roll. And I'm going to read all the comments because I want you to respond on even these comments. Hopefully, this little segment gets some conversation jumping off because it's a high-powered, controversial, should have a whole lot to say type of topic. But Jonah says, in response to the article, report shows dangers of black males. How does this come as a surprise to anybody? Blacks have always been more prone to violence of all kinds. It comes from their lack of foresight, the ability to plan for the future. They get angry and resort to violence to solve the problem, now without thinking of the consequences. Then Jim Beam says, blacks are not equal to other races. This is proven by their own actions. Over 50% of all black men will commit at least one felony in their lifetime, and 32% of all black males 14 to 24 are currently on parole or probation, in jail or prison. 66% of all black females tested had AIDS, and only 7% knew. And is the number one killer of black males, and AIDS is the number one killer of black females 25 to 35 years of age. Homicide is the number one killer of black men 16 to 24. Blacks have proven unfit to reside with other races on these facts alone, yet the government continues to give unearned benefits to the black race through forced busing, forced job hiring, affirmative action, forced job promotions, welfare, etc. Blacks make up 12.9% of the USA and steal 36% of all welfare resources and 36% of all subsidized housing. Now, this Jim Beam person, I'm not sure how much of this mess he's writing is true, but unfortunately, a great deal of it is. But here's what he goes on to say. Black men on average rape or sexually assault over 36,600 white women per year, while white men rape and sexually assault only around 12 black women per year. That's racial genocide. Whites need to wake up and take action now before it's too late and the USA is turned into an African-like state. He says, see the U.S. Justice Department and the FBI websites for proof of these crime facts. Love My Heritage says, your article fails to point out the fact that in the crime statistics, Hispanics, Arabs, etc. are lumped together with the whites as if they are the perpetrators of the crimes. So none of the stats are accurate. Whites actually commit fewer crimes, but we just don't know the actual numbers. At least 25% of all black babies born today are born to mother on welfare. At least 20% of Hispanic babies and at least 30% of the Hispanic mothers are illegals. Oh, whatever to that one. I don't even feel like reading the rest of that. Then Victor says, why would any of this come as a shock to anyone? The most backward continent on the earth is Africa. We all know that the more blacks you have in an area, the more problems you will have. Can anybody show me